and Chicago in the regular season. Yeah, I mean, the officials got to be on their...
I don't know if this is how he wants to play as a head coach in this league, but what Connecticut has been able to do this year is they've been able to keep games close with their defense.
A cutting Tina Charles, who gets a post touch against Cardoso, the second-year player. And a battle for the Roof's career triple-double.
And what you saw after that defensive rebound, Lisa, is Angel actually brought the ball up. She initiated the offense. That's what Chicago has been missing in her absence.
Well, she almost got the assist, but she gets the offensive rebound, puts it back. Angel's going to try to do it herself. Finding Cardoso, all kinds of up.
So if that's how the officials are going to let them play, I would say that behooves Chicago.
Already a little bit of a bump there. Marina Mabry gets the first points. We've got Now, these officials very well versed within this series rivalry here this year. Tight 26, certainly not the number of wins either franchise would like this year. And Mabry opens up with the first 5 points of the game.
And Rachel played that exactly the way she was for. Post player is going to have to help up and hedge.
Angel gets that post touch against Morrow, her former LSU teammate.
For that screen, post player has to hedge up.
From the baseline out of bounds, Cardoso's first points. A monster game against the Liberty. You saw her stats, 22 points, 15 rebounds. The 15 rebounds tying a career high, and she pulls down that.
Camila is really starting to come into her own as a dominant big in this league.
You'll see that double team against Rachel Banham. She gets out of it. Catch and shoot opportunity for Atkins. Layla Lacan, the talented freshman, drops it off to Mabry. Boy, she's got all 7.
Averaging 16 points against Chicago in the series, but she's actually only been shooting about 33%.
She only needed 1 bucket coming into today for 1,000 career baskets. She's got the first 3 baskets as well. And
this is where Michaela is always going to be at her best. Since the day she stepped into this league, her 3-point shooting has her to try to use that explosiveness and get into the paint.
Wow, and she had 2 misses at the... Atkins to Onyenwere. Angel Reese trying to pull it down. Mabry with the crossover, loses it. Here comes Atkins on the push. Tina Charles challenging, drops it off to Cardoso. She has all 4 of the Sky's points.
Before the game, I had a chance to catch up, and he said Camila Cardoso runs the floor like a guard. That was a perfect example of that.
And that is Morrow challenge. And Anissa went to Simeon. First couple years of her college career, she started at DePaul, then transferred and finished off at LSU.
She's the only player in all of NCAA to lead college in rebounding twice with 2 different teams.
Yeah, her freshman year at DePaul and her senior year at LSU. 5 seconds here to shoot. Now that shot clock didn't reset, Cardoso has 1 3-pointer to her career, launches it. Oh, they're gonna call a shot clock violation. Come on! And Hartley finds herself right by the rim for the right lay-in.
Trailing all of Connecticut's actions, and Connecticut's just curling right to the rim.
Hartley, the first. Cardoso turning and finishing up and over Tina Charles.
Cardoso has been playing lately. Very dominant, very aggressive, looking for her shots.
She's got all 6 points here for the Sky. Tina Charles, that soft touch. Over 8,000 and just tosses it away into Morrow's hands. Anissa Morrow. We're halfway through the first quarter. Beck Allen, look at the numbers surrounding Angel Reese. Count the bucket through the trees. And she finds daylight.
There was a
This is her 3rd game back after missing He's hoping she won't be on a minute restriction here today. She's been playing that well. Her recovery has been that good in the last 2 games.
Well, shout out to the Chicago Sky and medical team, because she came back and didn't look like she missed a beat at all, Lisa. She looked great.
Points. Kalia Butler, what'd you pick up in the last huddle?
Tyler Marsh said that there has to be more of a sense of urgency on both sides of the ball. Offensively, we need to be more aggressive, and defensively, we need to keep attacking the boards. And most importantly, we just need to focus.
Beck Allen pulls the trigger, and Marina Mabry gets up to the free throw line. And still scoreless in this series. First 2 games, these 2 teams have met twice. The series is split. Chicago won on. They're a team that shoots percentage-wise down towards the bottom of the league, but still, Ofer is a little eye-popping. There's Sanaya Rivers in attendance to watch her play here in Chicago.
Oh, I've just been so impressed with the rookie Rivers. Tonight on, and she's a stat stuffer, Lisa. You just see, you saw a glimpse of it with that nice driving finish at the rim, but she can do a little bit of everything.
Certainly a good pickup here for the Sky. Uzone, though, challenging. Fouls from behind. Count the bucket for Bria Hartley. And so Tyler Marsh in the Chicago by 11. It's the largest lead of the game for Connecticut. And a foul again. Leah Edwards has checked in for the first time for the Sun. Coming over from the Mystics here this year. 2 seconds on the shot clock, 1 second on the shot clock. Uzone couldn't get it off. It's the second shot clock violation by the Sky.
So when you ask me,
we're inside 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Elizabeth Williams now defending Tina Charles for the first time today. Charles off the 1 foot, grazes the rim. Angel Reese with her 5th rebound today. In and out dribble was Mabry instead. Now 4 turnovers for the Sky. Rivers sizes it up from distance and pours in the
get rebounds. She's got great timing for assists.
Rachel Bance struggled in the last couple of games, actually played the fewest minutes in the last couple of games since she's been a starter, in the place of Courtney Vandersloot, playing the point guard position for the Sky. 7 seconds to work with. Banham driving, looks it off. Elizabeth Williams finishes it off.
And that was, Sanaya Rivers almost got a piece of it. You have to shorten your passes versus the length of this Connecticut Sun squad.
Mabry thinks about it, pulls the trigger. Her first miss of the day. A perfect 4 for 4 before that miss. And coming over, Angel gets her first rest of the day. In the final 90 seconds of the quarter. Not there for Kia Nurse. 4th quarter against Seattle on this very floor 2 games ago. 13 points in the 4th quarter alone. Here's Rivers. Banham pump fake, long 2 on the way, in and out. Torre, has entered the game here with the ball for Connecticut. Nelson Adoda off the bounce against Cardoso, in and out.
Really bothered Olivia.
And Torre comes up with it. And Camila Cardoso. That's a long 2 for Mabry. A long 2, her foot was on the line from the corner. And she's got 12 points already. 12 in the first quarter. Torre picks the pocket and takes it the distance. Minya Torre did not play the last 3 games in some early playing.
The officiating allowed a lot of contact in the paint, but that was an awful lot of contact on that turnover by Rachel Banham.
Well, Connecticut is frustrating the Sky. Kia Nurse, three-pointer not there. Well, Connecticut, Van Lith checks in to open things up here in the second quarter. Now she'll play primarily the point guard here for the Sky, allow Rachel Banham to play more off guard. Camila Cardoso aggressive at the first 6 points for
Girl, and let her go to work.
Already a better start for Chicago here to open up the second quarter than it was in the first quarter. Edwards, tough pass to try to handle. Van Lith hadn't played the last couple of games. Rachel Banham make it 74 three-pointers on the season. It's the fourth most in Chicago Sky history.
Kaylee Van Lith, 2 possessions, 2 assists.
Banham came into today tied with Ali.
Anything's possible, Lisa.
Yes. What a move. Zanaya Rivers off the bench. 7 points here so far. Perhaps motivated by her college head coach in attendance. Banham pump fake, driving, gives it up to Cardoso. She's in double figures.
So far, that has been
Rivers' second three-pointer. Zanaya Rivers, she's already halfway there at 10.
Well, her old college coach, Wes Moore, he's not impressed yet. I just looked over at him, and he hasn't even cracked a smile. So
Well, isn't that kind of Wes Moore?
that is true.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Tyler Marsh just got ejected from this game. We talked about the physicality of this series leading into
Ejections. So based on that alone, Lisa, I would have assumed that the officiating, and instead we've seen just the opposite.
For Chicago, of course, was a head coach for Atlanta for a few years, coming into this assignment as his lead assistant here in Chicago.
Tyler Marsh has 3 former head coaches, if you count his father, on his staff.
Oh, challenging Elizabeth. 8 minutes with the ejection of Tyler Marsh and Bria Hartley with an important motivate you. It could possibly divide you. See what direction this game goes. So far, this is the largest lead of the game, and Cardoso draws the foul.
Tyler Marsh and the ejection. We called it from the very beginning that then you also saw a lot of physicality in the perimeter as well, and
it's important to note Tyler Marsh just wasn't obstacle nature against his team, in particular in the first 2 games against Connecticut. Lacan just coolly sinks the 2-pointer.
Heider coming into game number 3 based on what has happened in the prior 2 games.
And Lacan, the aggressive defensive nature that we've seen here with Connecticut, forces the turnover. It's the 7th turnover here for the Sky, not there for Charles.
And Connecticut is completely unbothered by what has happened. Lacan, that's what she does. She leads all rookies in steals per game. She's had 2 games this season with 6 or more steals. Tenacity, they've scored some points off turnovers, and then it's led to some momentum on the offensive end.
Charles up against Cardoso, a little bit of a
trying to score over that 6'7" length, but there was no foul there by Camila Cardoso.
And Charles makes good on both free throws. 4 points on the day, Connecticut's leading scorer here for the season. Ariel Atkins determined to find her shot. Here's Rachel Banham. Well, they're giving Charles some touches. She turns and faces against Cardoso, sizes it up, not there. Angel Reese can get up and down pretty quickly. How about Uzun, a 2-pointer? Good up fake. Good.
Highest usage rate and assist rate of her career with Chicago.
And the mid-range falls for Hartley, who's put it. And now the Sky have a numbers advantage. And we got a defensive the Atlanta Dream for 3 seasons. Of course, also an assistant with Vegas. And
the benefit of Tyler Marsh's coaching staff that he's assembled is, Lisa, he has 3 former head coaches on his staff right now, and actually 1 current. He's got a great deal of experience on his staff.
Tina Charles got Cardoso all the way up in the air. 6 points, her second field goal down that Connecticut offense. And they just have not looked cohesive here on this end. Part of that is this Connecticut defense. Reese kicks it out and rattles it home. Banham has her second 3-pointer.
That Rachel Banham playing with alongside Sevusen is it allows her to play off the ball and look for her threes.
And Morrow hits the long 2. She's defending Angel Reese, the 2 former LSU teammates. Here's Angel, lowers her head. There's no hesitation. Body bucket and 1, and a little friendly Tiger stare down. And Morrow pulls free throw line today.
You don't expect a team to shoot like that at home.
Angel has her 6th rebound. Uzun using the screen by Cardoso. Cardoso tip pass, Angel. A cutting Angel, the Skyscrapers connects.
Point shooting, which really hasn't been much of a sacrifice as that graphic just showed us, but in order to take on more of a ball handling responsibility once Courtney Vandersloot went out.
It's been interesting to see her transformation to be able to find her 3-point shot along with her point guard duties with this team this year.
And it took her a little bit. It didn't come overnight. She had to have a couple weeks to adjust to that.
Charles twice gets fouled on that final attempt. All kinds of respect. You see the exchange there between Angel Reese and
Charles for taking that time to mentor young rising stars in the league like Angel Reese. Tina Charles is always the younger players.
She's been really good at the free throw line. A perfect 4 for 4. 11, Connecticut is 9 of 9 from the charity stripe. Cardoso, Reese. Connection keeps on growing. Another assist for Cardoso.
Nisa Morrow trying to take Angel Reese off the bounce.
Banham penetrating against Mabry. Cutting Lacan gives it up. Rivers directing traffic, backdoor cut to Mabry. 51 points Connecticut has put up in the first half.
Well, they have the number 13 rated offensive ranking in the entire WNBA. You never know it by the way they're playing tonight.
Nisa Morrow defending her old LSU.
His mom and dad will often come to games to support her when no one else is here.
Angel Reese, offensive rebound, short, gets it back, a tie-up. Goes into the hands of Charles instead. Here goes Lacan, who takes it all the way. There's some speed and some savviness by the rookie.
Well, that's where she is, attacking downhill and getting to the rim.
Made her WNBA debut this year, July 6th against Vegas. Uzun, Cardoso, a long 2. And Mabry, 16 points. Shoulder shake on Onyenwere to Nurse, catch and shoot, fires and hits.
Very poised. Michaela Onyenwere, she didn't panic. She found the nice release pass to Kia Nurse.
And Connecticut isn't wasting any time. Really quick offense. Charles, game and shot clock. Real impressive first half by Connecticut. They set the tone early. Kia Nurse once again goes back to back. A quick 6 points for Nurse. And Rivers splits the difference, can't put the lay-in away. You know, one of the few times this Connecticut offense hasn't been able to convert. They poured in 55 points in the first half.